Back in week 2, the Seahawks lost their previous game against the 49ers. Can San Francisco sweep the series? The answer comes your way next on Madden Football.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the so-called Silicon Valley at Levi Stadium in Santa Clara. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Seattle Seahawks and the San Francisco 49ers. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Russell Wilson leads out the Seattle Seahawks offense. The veteran Wilson, a third-round pick back in 2012.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 22 carries, 77 yards, and a touchdown.
And their success running the ball in the previous game has to give them a lot of confidence, but they also understand going against a top-5 rush defense means you have to have a lot of offense in your game plan. Direction, counters, power game, maybe even some quarterback run to take the heat off of the running back.
And they'll try the jet sweep here. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, as a wideout, when you take that handoff and you're coming around the edge, you're expecting to see nothing but empty space in front of you. But if not...
Well, things can go south in a hurry, and that's exactly what we saw on that play with a loss. Wilson's throw taken in by Edwards.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
They'll get this into the hands of Dillon, complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 31-yard line. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. On the handoff, Dillon. Dillon a first down and more. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. His 4th rushing touchdown on the campaign, number 7 overall. And the Seahawks have taken a first-quarter lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. So that drive 6 plays, 75 yards. And the finishing touch was that nice long run into the end zone. Here's Coleman now to return. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. They go play action here on 1st down. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
That certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taking them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up for the 1st and goal.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there. His 25th touchdown. Tying Emmitt Smith for the 5th most in one season. And the 49ers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. The drive summary, 4 plays, 75 yards. And the capper that put it in the end zone, a run of 8 yards. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their second drive. And they came into play here off 2 straight victories. They're back to 500 on the year. But, Charles, is this little mini run coming too late to salvage their season? And the Niners get there and bring him down. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up second. Another try after the first down sack. Went under pressure, and they got to him again. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to sling this deep downfield, and that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Here's Bradley Pinion now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. This will be a 41-yard punt, 3 on the return. And the Niners set up well. They take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. And you see his numbers from a week ago. He was up over 100 yards then, and he's already hit pay dirt here once in this one.
We always talk about quarterbacks and receivers getting into rhythm, right? Really feeling good, finding each other downfield. I think running backs operate the same way. They can hit a good rhythm and a good stride, and he's carrying it over from last week.
And throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
On 1st down, this is Adams. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. These two teams all tied after one. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. Escaping the pressure right. And I think the ball's out. And will they call it a touchback? No, it's out at the 1-yard line. They were inches there from blowing a golden scoring opportunity. So crisis averted, but now facing 3rd and goal. They'll go to Adams, try to pound it in. And across the goal line, into the end zone. 49ers. A great effort there. His 26th down, drawing even with Marshall Faulk for the 4th most in a single season. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. Coup for the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is...
And down he goes. The 49ers get there. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's second down. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. Another try after the first down sack. Wilson. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. And they're able to get this one across the 35. And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play. So from the 36 now, first and 10. On the handoff, this is Dillon. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line. The first down run got 5. Here's second and 5. From the shotgun, Wilson. Under pressure, and down he goes. He'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's third down. Throwing is Wilson. That's into the hands of Edwards. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
Now, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
I think this is a free play for Wilson. And a catch made by Johnson. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
Wilson. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. On first and 10, it's Wilson. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Throwing again on second down. Wilson. Touchdown, Seahawks. Bryan Edwards with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Seahawks just an extra point away from tying this thing up. Extra point right down the middle. And we are tied here in the second quarter. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it all culminates with a Seattle score. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Here's Coleman now to return. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. San Francisco's offense returns to the field. And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number 1 goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2, win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number 1 seed so you get that first-round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Man open, that's Jamar Chase complete. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A big play that time through the air. 35 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
He takes it to the 15. A nice display of power, but not a ton to show for it. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And that's complete to Adams. And the 49ers are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another 1st down. They get...
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. A great play there. With touchdown number 27, that ties Priest Holmes for the 3rd most in a single year. And the 49ers have moved out in front. So it was the passing game that got him down here. The closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get him over the goal line.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And within trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. Now swing pass for Dillon. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. They'll contain him to just 4, 2nd down. So we've hit halftime here. All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime.
Both these teams, no doubt, making their final halftime adjustments as we speak. And for the call of the second half, we get it back out to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. Here's Coleman now to return. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. So here are the Niners to take over on offense. They're on a 3-game winning streak, and right now looking good in this one as well. They'll begin here with Adams. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 48 yards for him on the ground now and 3 touchdowns to go along with it. They've got the lead early here in the third quarter, and runs like that are how they established that lead in the first half.
I love the fact that you're using the word lead because they are leading from the front, pounding on the defense right now with the running game, and truly establishing themselves here in the second half.
And down to the 11. A big play there for the Niners. So that run there, I don't know if it's overstating things to call it a thing of beauty, but in terms of football plays, that's as good as you're going to see.
And that's why he's one of the best running backs in the game today, because this run combined all the elements. Started with patience, and he was just waiting for the right lane to materialize. Then once he saw it, he used his speed and escapability in tandem and turned this into a tremendous play.
He's going to flip one out here to his running back. Touchdown 49ers! A great effort there. With his 28th touchdown, drawing level with Sean Alexander for the 2nd most in a single year. And the 49ers come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Now Now for the point after. And oh, it's no good on the PAT. So they can't add on here. And our score is going to stay right where it is. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback. And they'll begin at the 25. Here comes the Seahawks offensive unit. They'll have it first to begin the third. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially. But you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
And all the way down to the 35. It's a big play there for Seattle. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well. They'll get a few stops. So
that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31. Defensively, they rally quickly after the broken tackle. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. From the gun, it's Wilson. Here's Johnson with a reception. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 15-yard line.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. Dillon now on 1st and 10. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And he's got his big tight end here. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4.
Like so many tight ends nowadays, they have no problem at all putting him in the slot and letting him go to work. And that's a nice pitch and catch right there for a 1st down.
Dillon. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Dillon again. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
Sometimes I get caught in hyperbole, but I think they desperately need to punch this one in. They're running out of time.
Yeah, 2-score game, 2nd half. You're down here. This is the time to put it in the end zone.
And not going to get much better than this for an opportunity.
End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks have made this a 1-score game. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead will shrink to 6. So that one an 8-play drive. It spans 75 yards. And the Seahawks capping it off with a touchdown. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. I guess it kind of goes without saying at this point, but he's had a great game, as we like to say, a nose for the end zone, no doubt.
Continues to find it throughout this game, and I'm sure he's got a nice place to live. He might want to make an offer in the end zone for a second home, because that's what it's been like throughout this contest. He knows how to get there, and boy, he looks happy when he does.
He's already bought all the property in the end zone. That's the problem. He's going to sell to himself now. On first down, Adams. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. These two teams, they met up earlier in the year, back in week 2. And it was the visiting Niners who won that ball game, so they'll look to make it a clean sweep here at home in Santa Clara. On play action, they'll throw. It's caught here by Adams. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. They'll try and pick up the first down with Adams. And not going to be able to push this forward. He runs into a wall right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And they said, those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
On 4th down, Clifton buying time to his left. Throwing left side, it's complete. Touchdown, 49ers. A great effort there with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the 49ers are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter.
For a big tight end, he can sure move like a slot receiver when he gets a head of steam going. And as a defensive back, you've got a big decision to make when he's moving like that.
They'll try and throw for it. Flush to his right. And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more. So they're able to throw it in for the 2-point conversion. Sometimes that can be a risky play, but they got it.
Yeah, you always have to be careful here, because if you do get it intercepted, it's returned by the defense. That's 2 points for them, but he identified an open target and put it right on him.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
A gain of 6 there on first. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's the Seahawks with possession of the football, but they do trail here to begin quarter number 4. From the 31, Wilson. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Room here to run. Shreds him with a stiff arm. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. They'll look to run with Dillon into a mass of bodies, and I think they held him out. They did. No gain on the play, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he will not be denied. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. It's the fullback. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point splits the uprights. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. And the 49ers getting set to trot out there. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. They start on the ground with Adams. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
I'm sure that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
And he'll get this one up to the 26. Only a gain of a couple there. That leaves him needing about 7 here on third down. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line.
And Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him now over 3,000 yards passing on the campaign.
And Brandon, I think we have to start to think about where we are in the season, because right now, 4,000 is not out of the question. I think a big game or two, he's certainly capable of getting that done.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. They'll run on first down. It's Adams. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
2nd and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7.
They're going to look to throw. Throwing left side, it's complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 24-yard line. On first down, Adams. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down. Again, here's Adams. They're still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to third down. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They're facing a critical third down now as they try to hold on to this lead. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
It would be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the lead now up to 14. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And the end result for the 49ers, a touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
So Wilson and the Seahawks down by 2 touchdowns. 1:55 remaining. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on first down. Here's Wilson to throw. And the Niners get there and bring him down. The clock still runs. We're at 90 seconds now. After the sack on first down, Wilson.
If this offense can't get it done, they'll think back to just a few plays and say to themselves, this was a winnable game and we let it get away. Still a chance to save it, but time's definitely running out.
Third and long, it's Wilson. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just talking about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Here we go. It's Wilson on fourth down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. They
had to go for it with such little time remaining. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. San Francisco set to go on offense once more. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. And able to get them inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. They'll run again with Adams. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the...
They don't want it,
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. And he is out of bounds here. That is an absolute backbreaker. That was a design passing play. Watching the draw. You think you got him stopped, good coverage downfield, and he's able to pick up the first with his legs. Defensively, that kicks into your psyche and hurts a little bit, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and here's the thing. Anytime...
And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. The sneak successful from a yard out. And the Niners are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this fourth quarter advantage. Now Youngway coup for the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it was capped off by the quarterback sneak for 6. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. And we will get another look at Seattle's offense. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. Well, throw on first down with Wilson. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. Remember, these 2 teams met earlier in the year in Santa Clara with the Niners coming out on top. So a win here in Santa Clara would give them the season series. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Wilson. And his throw is incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
On 3rd down, Wilson. Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. He completes it to the tight end, Knox. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Now it's Wilson. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Edwards. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion.
And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off at the 28. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. So now it appears they're going to accept the penalty, which means take away the interception. Also means keep your defense on the field. Don't understand this one bit. Wilson. He's got his target. It's the tight end Knox. And now here comes their final timeout as they take it with 8 ticks remaining. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. From the shotgun, Wilson. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
One last shot for Wilson. And this is going to be caught. So it affects the final score, not the outcome, but it is a late touchdown here on the game's final play. Doesn't affect the outcome, but, hey, nice job there to put it in the end zone for the final play.
Could it affect other things? Sometimes these types of scores are ones that we don't consider big at the time. Then later on we find out maybe that was a tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Or, of course, in the fantasy football world, these points mean a lot.
A lot there. The extra point is good, but it only impacts the final score as this game comes to a close.